Hey y'all, Enzo here with Knox Knife Mods, and we're super excited about this episode of the show here. We got to get an inside look at Rough Ryder knives. If you're a fan of Rough Ryder, you got to watch this one. We get a good look at some of the new standard Rough Ryders that are in at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and we get a look at some of the Rough Ryder Reserve line. And we want to give a big thanks to Greg over at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, who acted as kind of our tour guide and also introduced us to one of the Rough Ryder designers, Brian, who designed a knife that Walsh picked up while we were at the store. It was a really cool experience. We got to learn a lot from him later on in the video, so please watch to the end if you want to see some of that. I'm going to present this as much as I can in its kind of unedited fashion. We weren't aware that we were going to get to meet Brian. It was a very spur-of-the-moment thing, so the video at that point, the filming is a little rough around the edges, but I had to share it with you guys because Walsh and I we had our minds blown by the knife knowledge that was being instilled upon us when we got to meet Brian. So guys, yeah, if you're a fan of Rough Ryder, you got to watch this. Please hang on till the end of the episode because there's a lot of great stuff at the end where we learned about the background of the company and the approach to designing slip joints. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into the intro and check this video out. Hey guys, Enzo here with Knox Knife Mods. We got Wolfman Walsh behind the camera, and today we got a treat for y'all. We're here with Greg at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and we're going to get a look around some cool new stuff that's come in the store. Maybe learn a little bit of history, and get into some of the nitty gritty with that.
Hey, I'm an hourly employee. We can have fun with this as long as you want.
Greg, thank you so much.
Thanks for y'all coming out this morning.
Yeah, we're really excited. All right, guys, well, we're here at the Rough Ryder table. Before we dive into it, I thought we'd get a quick pocket check. What are you carrying today, Greg?
Man, whenever you say a quick pocket check at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, it's never that fast.
Take a minute.
I picked this one up actually in a trade from Taylor Martin of Best Damn EDC down at Georgia Bushcraft right there. I still have not had time to dig into that company yet, but my wife has a matching one of it, and that's why I traded for it.
I see.
So it was a familial thing on that.
Nice. Can you pronounce that name?
Nope. That's one of the things about being from the South. You never know how you're going to pronounce it, but it always comes out. On the sheath itself, I love this. It's from Grim Workshop and Grim Survival. Be able to put it on a fixed blade sheath, keep a sparker on there.
Yeah.
My kids are in Scouts, so you always keep a whistle.
That's perfect.
Griffin Pocket Tools, awesome one. Grim Survival itself, that one's actually an escape little one, so it's got a handcuff key in it and everything else along those lines, and a little Gerber pry tool, because do not use your knives to pry with ever. Ocaso Solstice.
Oh, very nice. And is this designed by John Demko?
This one's designed by Rick Valdez, I do believe.
Okay.
And they did work together back in the old days of Cold Steel, so it is a beautiful design on there.
Nice.
Warny, snappy as all get out. But because you said Demko, I do have my Demko, the brand new Armiger 2 on that one.
Awesome.
That's the shark foot. Got a little Pathfinder. Nope, sorry. This one is from Wazoo. A ceramic knife on there. Got another whistle and fire starter. Flashlight attached to it on that side. And then some friends of mine sent me this one from the CDC,
Whoa.
from Crispy Donut Community.
I love that. Holy cow.
It's a really nifty one with a lanyard sent to me from a fan as well, Trident EDC, I do believe.
Feel free. Yeah, if you don't mind.
Don't mind one bit
at
all.
Guys. So we got the business side here, and then we got the party in front there.
And even with all the fun stuff like that, you still got to go with your grandpa knife. So
of course,
I got the 2-blade trapper case.
Beautiful.
And this one's carbon.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So this one is the one I actually use. Now you boys are cowboys, so you understand everybody used to carry a knife for food.
We look like cowboys.
Well, back in the old days, everybody carried a knife for food. This is my food knife, so I like to call that a pork patina.
Yeah,
on there.
I love that.
So I mean, that one is that's what's taken probably 2 years now.
Nice.
To build up on that from different places, and this was an SMKW exclusive. We are the biggest case dealer, so every now and then we get fun stuff like that.
Well, speaking of that, was that everything you had with you today?
That is all the major stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, so talking about SMKW exclusives, I've actually got one with me right now. This is the Mini Trapper with that crown shield that I think y'all...
That's a good shield.
And I've only seen y'all with that shield. So that, to me, the reason I picked that one up was like, that's a really one-of-a-kind shield. I really dig it. So yeah, a little Mini Trapper there, olive green jig bone. And but the main carry today is the Demco 8020.5. This one's been modded out a little bit, but I won't get into all the nitty-gritty on that. We need to get to the good stuff here. I got one more blade on me. And since we're at the Rough Rider table, and since I'm so excited about all the new Rough Rider stuff coming out, I had to carry the Black Reserve saddle horn. Saddle horn is one of my favorite patterns of all time, and there's something about it in the hand that's just so ergonomically pleasing. And you get those two awesome blades. You get a nice big clip point and a very useful skinner there. So all you hunters out there probably find something to appreciate in the saddle horn. And this new Rough Rider run, it is a big, beefy one. So
build by hand, back for life on those. So if you do bust it, bring it back. We'll either get you the exact same one or the most modern version thereof. That's
one of the things too that I didn't know going in. You explained this to me when I met you, that this whole background with Rough Rider, that you've got that built for hand, back for life guarantee on it. So that's really exciting to me. It's another reason I kind of wanted to highlight Rough Rider here. So I guess let's talk about the new lines y'all have coming. Of course, you've got the In Spades here out for us.
Well, the In Spades, the Black Appaloosa series is one of the newest ones out, and really priced to be able to introduce people that may not know slip joints. All of these are under $20 with that lifetime guarantee. Take them, use them. You got the brand new Coke bottle. That was the first one that came out that everybody loves. One of my personal favorites that any time that comes out is a doctor's knife right there, and that one is a single blade doctor's knife. Traditionally, they'll have a spatula to it as well, but people have always been going on that they want a single blade, so they decided to do it in this one. Instead of a congressman, we've got a senator right there this time.
Nice.
And that's a two blade on that. Smaller, be able to drop it in your pocket, but have that two blades to be able to do everything that you need right there. And I'm actually going to have to look up the name on that one because, look, even I forget these things. But these all have 440A on them. That is cattle bone on there, dyed. And like I was telling you, all of these are going to take dye a little bit differently. So each of them are really going to be a one-of-a-kind knife.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about kind of Appaloosa dyed bones in general. They're for one thing.
The Senator, Capital Intern.
Capital Intern.
Capital Intern.
That's a brilliant name.
Capital Intern.
The Capital Intern. So I actually have a copy of the Coke bottle here, and of course mine's a little bit different. The dye came out a little bit different, and they both look fantastic. But one thing I wanted to highlight with these, the action on these knives is phenomenal. And I'll hold it up to the mic just so you guys can hear that walk and talk. Of course, we got half stops on both blades, and this Coke bottle is a two blade with a clip point and a coping knife, and the action on both blades is just fantastic. And that's one thing that I've really been experiencing lately with Rough Rider. You're getting a really great knife at a really great price with a really great action and really great blade grinds. So yeah, do y'all have any of the Black Reserves in, right?
I actually do, and they're up here at the end. We'll step up there and show you each of them.
Perfect. That sounds good.
All right, well, this is typically not the section that you would see me in, but we got to the reserves, and I handled this knife the last time we were in the store. This is the Rough Rider Reserve Sabak, and it's funky. That's my word in the past like 10 videos that you've heard, funky, and this fills out my funky vibe right here. It's large, and I'm not eloquent when it comes to things like this. I'm gonna let him tell you about it.
Well, this is an in-house design, and as we've talked about off camera, Rough Rider, Smoky Mountain Knife Works is very big on bringing back patterns that you don't normally see. So this is actually based off of a French and Spanish Naraha style, and you can see that inspiration on there a lot. They changed the handle a little bit on it and elongated the blade, making it a full single blade on there. So it is a traditional sailing knife as well. We named it after the game that they played in Star Wars. So the card game on there, that's where that name Sabak comes from on there, because we're all nerds in different ways around here, either knife nerds, Star Wars, or anything else like that.
You know what those things are that you stand on that have handles and two wheels? What those are called?
The Segway?
The Segway.
Segways.
So my pocket check today.
Hey, that's a good segue.
I have the Star Wars.
Did not plan that out. That is really good.
The Sand Trooper. It was purchased here by my wife for Christmas last year. It's the only thing I asked for Christmas. It's the only thing I got. So, but it is one of my favorite small knives there. Love that.
Just goes to prove that we are geeks of every kind, shape, and fashion.
So, and then my other carry is the Kaiser Domen. I have referred to this as the Dark Saber in a few of our videos. So, there you go.
Awesome.
That was That was funny.
That was a good
That was a
segue.
good segue.
Did not mean to do that one bit at all, but we'll take it. But bringing back the old patterns like that, you never see things until they dig into some of the old ones.
Yeah.
Oh, a cheetah.
That is a cheetah-ish, because traditional cheetahs have the swing guard that they're loose from one another, and that gives them that distinctive rattle that we all remember on that one. The in-house designers on this one changed the swing guard and have got them pinned where that they are not independent on there, and also added a lock back to it, so they actually swing at the same time. And the swish on the Triple R right there, the Rough Rider Reserve, it's something special on that as well.
So tell me again one more time. So what are y'all naming this pattern?
This is the swish.
The swish. Awesome. Man, that is cool. Can you give me the other side of that, Walsh? Yeah. Wow.
If you get to play with knives for a living, you might as well name them something fun.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I can't argue with that. So what do you think, guys? Should we take a look at the Black Reserve line y'all got real quick? So before we get to those Black Reserve knives, I got to talk about the sabak real quick. Walsh was very tempted and ended up having to walk out of the store with this knife. And let me tell you, I understand why. This thing is sweet. As you can see here, we've got kind of a two-tone micarta here. It's a black micarta rectangle at the end of the blade and this beautiful rich red micarta throughout most of the handle. It has a very flush back spring, no gapping on the back that I can see, and it just presents itself very nicely. As I've come to expect with Rough Rider Reserve, centering on the blade is also perfect, and the walk and talk is really nice too. Yeah, doesn't that sound great? The shield, as you can see, is kind of a bomb shield, but also kind of an ichthus. It's an interesting shield, and it's the shield that Rough Rider has moved to from their previous arrowhead shield. The bolsters are beautifully fluted, and they kind of expand out toward the tip of the knife, which I think is very attractive, and I'm sure is derivative of the Navaja design. So yes, all in all, just a beautiful knife, and I wanted to highlight it real quick because it was such a focal point when we got to meet Brian and learn how he designed this. And I think that Walsh really has kind of a place of pride for this knife in his collection. As you can see as well, plenty of handle to grip on there. You can actually choke back if you want to do that, but yeah, awesome knife.
So this is the newest one from us, and we're very excited for it. Not only are we celebrating our 45th year, but Rough Rider is getting ready to celebrate its 30th year, and this is one of the ones. Now, this one does not have the 30th shield on it because it's been in production for so long. We wanted to get it just right. And you know, because you own one of them.
Right.
But you get this nice presentation box along
Yes.
with it, something that you normally don't get. Now, don't get me wrong, we have some great little boxes, especially for like the holidays and stuff.
Right.
And it's got the magnetic clasp.
Right.
But this one, stand-up box, Black Reserve.
And that's when I'm not carrying mine, I do keep it in the box just because the box is so cool.
What we found over the years, we created knives to be used with a lifetime guarantee, and there's still a ton of people out there that collect them, make them safe queens, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is no right, no wrong way to collect knives itself.
Right.
So these do have the 440A seal that we're used to out of Rough Rider. You've got the blue underliner on these. These are pocket wood, but they're laser basket engraved on there as well.
That's one of my favorite aspects of the knife because the texture on that pocket wood it's so nice.
It's all in the attention to details on that. And with 35 years in on it, 30 years, I apologize, 30 years in on it, they really know how to pay attention to the details on it and make it something special for everybody.
Absolutely.
And we do have some more coming out in these as well, so check back, smkw.com. You guys are here during the holiday season, so you may see some Christmas trees. We got the 12 Days of Christmas going on.
That's right.
We got sales going on of every kind and ilk.
Absolutely. So real quick, just so I can run through these patterns, we have a copperhead here, is that right?
That's what it looks like, but let's verify that because, again, this is what the internet is for. Because if I get it wrong, I get called even worse.
That's right, we'll have some fun comments.
That one is the copperhead folder on that basket weave puckerwood.
Nice.
And that is $38.59 everyday price.
And then what appears to be a trapper as well here.
I do believe so. And of course, your saddle horn
right
there.
the saddle horn. Oh,
you
yeah.
know that one. That one
yeah.
you got in your pocket, I believe.
You know that one very well. But yeah, nice thing about that trapper I see.
Yeah, trapper folder one with that basket weave on there as well.
Yes, clip point blade and a nice spade blade. Just a super useful pattern. Probably the most ubiquitous traditional knife pattern you're ever going to see, the trapper. But
and useful as all get out.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so after Walsh got a closer look at that sabak and decided, you know what, I'm going to take this one home, Greg was kind enough to mention that, hey, you know, The designer of this knife is actually here in the store today. He's working, just in the back. If you'd like to meet him, maybe he'll sign the box for you. And Walsh and I were, of course, like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And it ended up being so much more than that. It was really cool. We got a close look at some of the historical accounts that Smoky Mountain Knife Works has back there in the hallowed halls in the back of the building. It was a really awesome experience. I just want to reiterate one more time, guys, I'm sorry for the way the footage is kind of rough around the edges. We did have Brian mic'd, the designer, but we didn't have another mic on me or Walsh, so you might kind of hear our audio doesn't sound super great, but at least Brian sounds good. And again, the video quality is kind of shaky, so I do apologize for that. But I really think y'all will enjoy this. So let's get into this next section with Brian.
That's not saying much.
Yeah.
But it feels empty. Is there a knife?
There
he's
is.
got it in his pocket.
Yeah, he told me to put it in there for safekeeping. Try it out, see how it feels. No, I've come in here several times and I've played with this and handled it, never pulled the trigger. And he was like, "Well, the designer's here today.
Yeah.
You probably should." I said, "Well, okay, that sold me on it." So
No, I love that knife. I had a lot of fun with it.
no, it's great. I'm going to call it incorrectly what it is, but I've never been a fan of the toothpick.
Yeah.
Just because of the kind of the small size of it. But this is for me a larger toothpick, and I just love the blade, everything about it. But I just wanted to get what's your inspiration and.
Yeah, well, I'll actually show you what the inspiration was. Working here, we are privy to a lot of museum piece books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So this is about 100 years old,
Wow.
Wow.
and it's chock full of... do you know what German eye brand is?
No.
It's an old... So this is from Carl. I can't pronounce his last name, but
We went over that earlier.
yes, and I need to. But this is his sketchbook.
Wow.
So what he would do is he would draw different knife patterns, and he would sit on the train and go from place to place to place, and then as he would think about it, he would draw. And then these are actually orders where he...
This is just blowing my mind right now.
Yeah. So we used to have the National Knife Museum here in our building.
That was the first time I ever came here. That's what it was.
And I was able to... Well, and Kevin, the founder here, we got to keep a lot of the stuff here with us. And so we use it for inspiration, like these old books here, IXL. Yeah. So that's where a lot of the Rough Rider Reserve, but you can see these hand drawings, and like I said, this is like close to 100 years. So look at the patterns.
Yeah.
They're very similar to stuff that's in the Rough Rider Reserve. I just did that one.
The humpback, right?
On the cover of our Blade. They put it on the cover of Blade magazine.
Nice. There you go.
That's the first time that we've made the cover with Rough Rider.
That's fantastic.
And that's the knife there.
There you go.
There it is.
That is amazing.
Now,
That's incredible.
they also made a 2-blade.
Really?
But,
No, I like the single blade. Personally.
You are single.
I'm a single blade kind of guy.
so that's the actual knife. So it's, there's different, it's not really a Texas toothpick. There's a Alanava or something like that.
Oh, like a Navaja? Or?
Navaja.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's got the powder horn.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they considered this, as a powder horn kind of style. But that's where we get a lot of our inspiration.
That's amazing.
With the Rough Rider Reserve and stuff. So it's just so neat that you have this knife.
Right.
And I was at
the history that goes with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Greg was telling us about that, and he mentioned, you had all these old catalogs you were working with, and I didn't realize just how, that's truly like the original source material.
I have.
You never know what's going to be under Brian's desk.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now I have
My gosh.
2 of his ledgers. So,
Wow.
and we have a business partner that has 3 others like this that we bought from the collection. You can see his name is very faintly
Oh, yeah.
right there.
That's incredible.
You see that?
That's incredible.
Now, to give you an insight on it, Brian has been here how many years now?
36 years.
Oh, wow.
And just taking a look around his office, you can see some of the things that he's worked on with the original Raiders buoy,
Nice.
the Bird of Prey, Rambo, the T2 knife we were talking about out there, the original inspiration for the Indiana Jones buoy there.
Yeah.
with you with your geekdom of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then remember the Dirk Pinkerton we looked at earlier?
Yeah.
There's the prototypes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the protos.
Yeah, I was really blown away with that one. I have a couple, or one of those myself.
Yeah.
It's a really
Yeah.
cool knife.
Yeah, and I've got that's the titanium one.
Nice, man.
That's the protos that we kind of, you can tell there's no markings on the blade or anything.
Right,
And the
Thumb studs are.
thumb
Ooh,
studs
yeah.
are different.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, man.
and then this is like our run of Rough Rider reserves that nobody else but you all have seen. So this
Wow.
is the
Wow.
next.
The cinnamon bone you gentlemen were asking about?
Yeah.
Okay to film this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you look at that doctor's knife or that
Yeah.
easy open,
Right there.
that's Damascus.
Nice.
And then
Can I open it?
yes. We'll have
I won't drop
several patterns. We'll have about 9 patterns
Yeah.
with the cinnamon. If you've seen our Appaloosa,
Yes.
that's very popular.
One of the first things they filmed.
Big
this morning.
fans
Yeah.
of the Appaloosa.
Yeah, I have a whole knife roll full of all the samples where
That's
we
awesome.
went back and forwards,
Yeah.
and forwards.
I mean, and for your small fixed blade.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's an option right there for that. And talking with Greg, I've always liked Rough Rider, and I just didn't know how much of the background about
Yeah.
how much of it is historically based.
Yeah.
And that's just, to me, that's made my day seeing that. That's made my year seeing that.
Oh, that's
so
great.
cool.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
in
Yeah.
December, I want to point out. It made his year in December.
In December.
Wow,
The end of the
that's
year.
great.
Yeah.
If it was January, that would be a
If
little
it was Jan-
that would be more impressive.
That
He
would-
waited all the way till December. to
He
make it.
waited until December.
There we go.
But like that's the new little fat bottom doctor's knife. Nobody's
looking
seen
for
that
it. Yeah,
one.
look at
The
that.
one on the end here.
This one here?
Yeah, that's from an IXL.
And then if you need a small pocket knife,
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. You're taken
So-
care of.
Next year we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Rough Rider
Yes.
with the I or with the Y. We get
I
asked
always
that a
find
lot.
that, can I ask about that? So,
Yeah.
so is that just, is there any reasoning behind switching back and
Well,
forth?
we had RI for so many years, and then
This thing's ridiculous.
we decided to change it up with the Y. But then to make things more complicated and more weird, Kevin decided, let's do both.
Yeah.
And that's just got
That's
everybody
funny.
off.
That's so funny. I mean, hey, people notice it though.
Yeah.
Because I own one that has both spellings. Or one that has
Yeah.
Y, one that has an I. Yeah.
Because you got the canoe and then, so anyway.
Yeah.
Man, this has been.
Well, and like up top, we were the first ones to do Red Rider. Now, these are all just the collectible stuff. And if
Yeah.
you see, Red Rider was spelt with a Y.
yeah.
And I think that was part of Kevin's reasoning.
Okay. Okay.
The original designer for Rough Rider was Kit Ray of United
Oh,
Cutlery,
yeah.
fantasy artist. He worked for us. We owned United Cutlery at one
Okay.
point. And so,
Learning so
My
much today.
My mind
Yeah.
is just all it's blown.
yeah.
well, you're taking a look at a building that's 45 years worth of knife history with
Right.
multiple people, multiple names, multiple designers,
Yeah.
and multiple friends. Because you've changed them out. They're over there now. So those little knife slips, you might recognize those by somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, he brought one by the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the brand new one that he did for my tater tot.
Tater
Did
tot.
you design the tater tot?
Yeah, I did.
Very
I did.
nice.
I did all of them here.
Sweet. So we got the lightning bug, the tater tot,
Yep.
and I can't remember the other two. But
It was a watermelon or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the watermelon. We got the
I'll
mean
lock the name
tangerine.
down.
Yes, here's the angry watermelon. He did a nice green sheath, and that also I think the lanyard has, or the lightning bug. I mean, I think the lanyard will also glow.
That's so cool.
And then the mean tangerine.
We had Joe on our show the other day, and he brought the tater tot by with the sheath, and yeah, we were both just having such a good time messing with that knife.
And then if you hit that light behind you there next, it doesn't take much for it to
Oh,
glow.
yeah, it lights
Yeah.
right up.
Not much of a charge. I can do look at this one up here. See, the mean tangerine's already lit. And it'll do a whitish.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But
What a
yeah.
fun knife.
But yeah, we like right now I'm doing a new, this is called the Tuxedo series. So what we're going to do is titanium coated blades
Oh wow.
with white micarta and black So this is what I send.
Y'all are doing Barlows. Oh boy.
Yeah, a Razor Barlow and a Razor Trapper as well.
Coated 440.
Yeah, I think Kev, we're still going back and forwards on that, but this is where it starts, and then it gets to you all, like with the Black Reserve.
Right.
He picked up one of those, yeah.
So that's the original box. That was the inspiration.
Oh, yes. And I remember when TC first announced it on the video, that it was based off of a, I guess it was an old Don Julio box. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, Kevin received that as a gift, and then he looked at the box, and he was like, oh, Brian, I got to send you this box. I want you to re-engineer it, but shrink it.
Yeah.
And if you look at all the angles, so like if you take this one right here, and if you look at all the angles, and I'm from Sevier County, so for me to try to figure out angles.
He's a Sevier County graduate.
Yeah, but if you open it, then you see that the gold is, it just pops open that way. So this is at an angle, this is at an angle, this is at an angle, that all.
Yeah.
But and there's a magnetic clasp in there, so that when it shuts.
There it goes, yeah.
But it makes a complete.
That's a lot of math that I'd never be able to figure out.
Yeah, so I've got the saddle horn, and I keep it when I'm not carrying it. I keep it in that box because the box is so cool. And I normally don't hold on to boxes, but it's just so cool.
Yeah, and it's the first time that we've really done a display to where you can stand it up.
Yeah,
most of our magnetic ones are to lay down and it opens up.
Right. Yeah.
The Black Reserve is made to stand up, and you can display your stand in a different way.
Yeah.
But
turn that back where it was.
But we also do like case cut. I do all the exclusive stuff with case, Zippo, anything that says exclusives.
The artwork upstairs on those.
Oh, so I've got the cowboy.
Yeah.
And I think so you did the artwork on those?
Yeah.
Wow. Golly.
Yeah, we used their archive. I'm privy to their archive and stuff. So, but what I do is I take their art and then I modify it.
Yeah.
The cowboy, that was on a different poster.
Yeah.
The cowboy, and then if you look down here, there's a guy sitting here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That never happened. That was all Photoshop. And if you look at him, he's the muskrat guy.
Oh, there you go.
So I changed his shirt and I shaved him, put a bullet hole in his hat because they were cowboy.
Yeah,
you all don't have bullet holes in your hats.
No, we're pretty clean cowboys.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is something that nobody's seen. Greg, do you think I can show it?
Hey, it's your call.
So this is the brand new.
Oh gosh.
So this is Remington Silver Bullet.
Nice.
And then this will be just the regular bullet.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
So this.
Well, I know which Hawkbill I got to look out for.
And then I'll get this one. You get that one.
Oh, sounds good. But it'll have a 10 sign, or this sign this time, but it has a thermometer, so we've changed it up a little bit.
That's so cool. I love it.
And then the Zippo lighter.
Yeah, TC hasn't even been able to announce that one, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank y'all, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
He'll probably beat us to it because this will take a couple of weeks for us to get edited. But.
Well, I think we're now on episode 3 of your series.
Right, yeah.
This has been a deep dive.
This has been great. I just came in here to get an autograph.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, this is made, like I said.
You want me to sign just right inside that?
Sure, whatever.
I can find a silver Sharpie, but
makes
I
you
usually.
happy.
I got a blue one on me if you want to do it.
And thank you for letting us just kind of drop in.
Yeah. No, I appreciate y'all coming in, and it just helps us. We do everything in-house, and that's the thing, is that we want to show that from concept to art to photography to online, it's all in-house.
Right,
and we are the producers, and that's what's important.
This is a family-run business. This is still a small town.
Yeah.
And we take that as a very serious part of things.
Right. But of course, we're not too far down the road in Powell.
Oh, Powell.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I'd better give you back your knife.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If you don't give him back that one, he'll pick a different one.
Yeah.
No,
well, that tub's full of samples right over there. All those are Rough Rider.
Brian, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
thank you, guys.
Thank you. This has been great.
I hope I didn't jabber too much.
You blew our minds. Thank you, Brian. All right, y'all, that's not all. Please stay tuned because we have a lot more coming from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. We got to look at a lot of really cool folders and a lot of really cool fixed blades, and those will be in 2 subsequent videos. So please keep an eye out, and we will see you guys there.